Good evening. It is Monday, September the 12th. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Got to do something with your families and friends as you remembered the, hold on just one second. Let me answer that. Sorry. Maybe she'll find me. All right, here I am. Now let me fix it so. There we go. Now I won't get there. All right, here we are. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm back. It paused for a second and here we go. Anyway, I found this awesome design and I thought, hey, I want to try that. So tonight we are going to try it and we are, let me move some paper. Oh, I'm really close. Sorry. I'm stacking up the cart or the ink pad so you can see the ink color palette that we're going to use. It's starting to feel like fall outside, so it's some fall colors. Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, Pale Papaya, Soft Succulent, and Evening Evergreen. Thank you for watching. If you as we go on, go on through this and you like what you see, don't forget to do hearts and thumbs up, or you can do thumbs down if you don't like it. Anyway, that gives it more traction and in the Facebook algorithms and all that jazz, so I hear. So, all right, this weekend I sent the email is Kits and Sips at Panera at 11. If you can't join that one, then we have it on Zoom on the 27th. Some of my friends will be cruising at that point. This way, cruising on a boat. And some of us will be here. Hi, Christy. And then the 24th is the card class. So I'm asking everybody to be registered by Wednesday, Thursday of this week. Yes, Thursday. That way I can get, if I need to order something, I can get it here and get all the paper cut and all that stuff all ready for all of us. So all we got to do is just get it and go. All right, so tonight we're going to make a cute little card using that color scheme and some blending brushes and some masking paper. And and one of the cool new punches. It's with the Very Best Occasions stamp set punch trio, or not trio, duo bundle. So let me point the paper or the camera down and I'll show you how the punch works and then we'll get busy on our card. All right, here's the point. Don't, dizziness. Hi, Becky. Oh, not let you look at the ceiling, even though it is pretty. All right, there we go. Light on there to get rid of some more of the shadow. Blending brushes, paper. Let me get a piece of scrap. That way I can show you exactly how this punch works. This is Bermuda Bay. It's just one of the first ones I found. This again is the punch and stamp set from the July to December catalog. Let me find what page it's on. Page 68. So there you have it in the catalog. But this punch is pretty cool. You have this tag here. Just put your paper in. It's got the marks on the side so you know how to put it inside there and just punch, and that gives you a nice straight edge. This one, you can turn it the other side, and then you've got your nice little tag on the top. This, and see, here's our slit. It's got a line down the middle. It doesn't have a ruler, but we can judge it. Put it all the way in. Make sure you got about the same amount on both sides. And it makes our nice little flat slit instead of a circle, and that lets the ribbon go through easier. Now this one is a very pretty corner. I'm going to put it in this way. And then, because one of these it rounds and then dips in, I'm going to flip my paper over and put it in that direction. And now they both match. I know, I love this one. I just saw it used this weekend as I was looking at the card that we're making. Because if you don't do this, let me show you what happens. If you put it in, I'll just use the bottom. Punch, and then you go right up here and you just twist it and do it this way. See how they don't match? You've got the curve at the top and then the curve here. Where if you flip, you punch it, flip your paper over that way, then they match. If you don't flip it this way when you're punching, then you get this effect and your corners don't match. Hope that makes sense. And so you can also do your slit. Nice little flat slit. And then here's our straight edge again. So there's our two tags with this one punch. So lay those up there. Slide our paper pieces out of the way. Now, this fun little design I'm making, I'm not going to show you before. We're going to do it. I'm using a piece of Designer Series paper. Let me get the packets from Perfectly Penciled. It's in the annual catalog. Our large piece is 3.25. No, I'm sorry, 3.5. I can't read my measuring tape. By 5. Our small piece that we're going to put on the inside came off right there. It is 5 by 3/4. So let me get me a piece of paper here. That way I don't use the whole big . Getting a small piece of grid paper. So I'm going to lay these pieces on here. And now I'm going to get a piece of our Stampin' Up! Masking paper. And I'm going to cut it. Find my slit. There we go. It's 5 inches. That's why I made my this piece be only 5 inches. And first, before I lay that on there, I'm going to cut our corners. And I'm going to use this one because the paper's kind of busy. It doesn't need the frilly fancy. All right, take those pieces off. And now our paper trimmer. This masking paper has a piece of paper on the back that makes it easy to peel, so I'm going to make sure I do it this way. So I'm going to cut 3/4 of an inch-ish Doesn't need to be very wide. I'm going to do 3/4. And then the other piece, I'm going to cut it about 1.5 inches. That's it. Here we go. I'll just go this direction. And this is extra, so I'm going to lay it up to the top. We're done with the paper trimmer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this off and that off. And then this is low tack sticky anyway, but I want to make it so that it's really low tack. So I don't have, hang on 1 second. Was cleaning my blocks. This will work. Just lay it on a piece of paper. You can put it on your shirt sleeve, and that just helps it get some more of that sticky off. It puts some fuzz on there from the towel. And then I should have started with my smaller piece. Lay you upside down. Here we go. Bring my little brag back in. Pull these pieces off. All I'm doing is making it be not as sticky so that it doesn't destroy the designer series paper. It's already pretty low tack, but I'm just giving myself some extra insurance here. So what I'm going to do, if you can see on this grid paper, this one's fine. On this side, on our large tag, I'm going to put it right on the edge, as straight as I can get it. And then this piece, I'm going to come over about right there. And I'm lining up this bottom piece I'm not using these lines. I'm ignoring those. I'm just eyeballing. You can make this as narrow or as thick as you want it to be. But I'm using the grid paper as my line so that I get that straight. All right. So now let's open up our ink pads in order. Here's Cajun Craze, Calypso Coral, and I always grab my ink pads on the sides like this. You can pinch it that way and it kind of pops it up, but I just do this and flip it. And if you notice on the back, this is not a good one to do, Papaya, because I haven't done it yet. On the back of our ink pads, we have the stickers with the names. So I always put the one with the name on this end. And then there's a strip that doesn't have a name, and I always put it right here. That way when I open it, I can still see what color that ink pad is. And I'll show you why in just with this next one. This is Evening Evergreen. See how close in colors those two ink pads are? If I didn't have that little strip, I wouldn't know which one. You could kind of tell which one's light and which one's dark, but it's easier that way. All right, so I have about 5 or 6 blending brushes, whatever comes in the pack. Maybe I have 2 packs, I don't remember. And so I have one for my oranges, one for my greens, one for my blues, purples and pinks, reds. So this one, I've obviously already used it for the orange. I'm going to start with Pale Papaya, and I'm going to start in the middle. So get some ink on this little guy. Off to the side. So it doesn't have, see where when you first put it down, it's got that bump. And just make it as wide as you want, because this will blend in with the two colors right beside it. Get a little bit more ink on there. And then I'm going to do it on this little strip too, because the strip is going to go inside our card. All right, now I'm going to go up to our Calypso Coral. And I'm going to go up right here and just blend it. I'm not going all the way over because I don't want any colors on this side. So I'm just staying between our two pieces of masking paper. This little strip is hard because I don't have it held down with anything except for my fingers on this other end. Now, Cajun Craze. Grab some ink on there. You can make these as wide or as thin as you want them to be, your color area. All right, that up there. Get the one with the green on it. I'm going to start with the lighter color first, which is our soft succulent. Goes right here. Kind of blend it in with the pale papaya. This could be messy, but it could be fun. I made one yesterday and it's like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to make another one. Because I had to try it first, you know. All right, and some evening evergreen, and let's on the bottom. Definitely making that little guy a little darker than the soft succulent right up above it. And then to clean your brushes, you just keep running it on your paper until it's that way. Or when it gets so much and you think it's not doing a good job, you can go run it in water in your hand like you would clean a paintbrush. All right, lay that over there. I'm just going to push those to the top out of the way. And now, watch. This is the fun part. Oh, I didn't get that up far enough. Oh well. Who's going to really notice? I can put an embellishment there. And voila! Look at that. Isn't that cool? And then I used Crumb Cake as my card base. So let's go ahead and put it on our card. You can pop this up with dimensionals if you wanted to. I just find that because Designer Series paper is not as thick as cardstock, and if I'm putting it in the mail, I don't want it on dimensionals because then it kind of pushes down in the middle anyway. So I'm going to keep this little 3/4 inch strip the same direction, and I'm going to put it right inside. On the side. And that ties our card together so we don't have any naked insides. Now we're not done. Let's get a piece of black. This piece of black scrap is about 1 1/4 inches. And embossing powder. and Versamark. I'm going to use my little embossing buddy. It just gets the lint or the static, not the lint, the static off of the cardstock so that the Versamark and the powder only stick where you need it to stick. Put you guys over there. And what I find is cool about this very best occasions stamp set, you have an innie and an outie. So an outside and an inside for your sentiment. Or you can use them separately. For this one, I'm going to use them together. Ink up this with Versamark. And I'm going to put it right here. Lid back on that so that it doesn't get ink. Okay, I don't know if you can see the words on there in the Versamark. You'll see it when I put the powder on there. This is one of Stampin' Up's older trays, but it's very similar to the one that's in the new mini catalog. So if you don't have one, highly recommend. I love it. It keeps my messes to a minimum. Oh, need some more powder. Especially if embossing is one of your most favorite things to do in the world. Come on, get on there. All right. And I'm just going to set this up to the top. Grab my heat gun. It's going to be loud, sorry. Warm it up a little bit. And here we go. Watch it turn. There we go. Let me heat it just a little bit more. The only thing I don't like using the embossing buddy on my black is because it leaves a little chalk dust or whatever's inside that on there. That's okay. All right, now I'm going to get my punch. And put, oh, let's do a tag. Do this tag again. We'll see what it looks like. We might have to, yeah. That did not work. That did not work. Let's paper trimmer. I'm glad there's more space at the end than there we go. We're just going to put a little slit there so we can put some ribbon in it. That'll work. All right, ribbon. I don't have it. Hang on. Sounds like I'm tearing the whole place down. Sorry. I'm using the, and I'm not sure if it's in the catalog, sorry guys, Pale Papaya with white on the side. Put it through. And I know that's too long for my card. I'll show you what I'm going to do in a minute. If that's too much to hold on to, you can grab your punch, you can grab a block, anything you want to hold it down. Then I've got some of this Bakers Twine from the Bakers Twine Essential Pack. Sharon, I'll look when I get off. It's not much. I think it's around 30. So instead of tying a knot with the Pale Papaya, I'm going to tie this Baker's Twine around it in a pretty bow. And down close to the tag. And see, my punch is holding it steady for me. So it's not flopping like a fish all over the place. All right, there's our bow with the Baker's Twine. I tied a knot so that it wouldn't come loose. All right, there's that. Now I'm going to take this and rip. And grab some dimensionals. They don't want to come off. They're wanting to peel the backing off of that paper right there too. That's why I'm pulling it from the other side. All right, I'm going to put it right here so that I can still see all the colors. Turn you this way. And then let's trim this ribbon. And now for our sentiment on the inside, it says happy birthday. Let me get a basic black or memento. I learned the hard way. Don't put your polymer stamps on the back of that or on the top of that. It's paper. And leave them there. It pulls them off. So now I'm going to stamp happy birthday. And your card is done. And if you wanted to, you could put some of those, like you could blend some of those colors on an envelope. That would be really pretty to make it match. Here's the one I did yesterday, and I used a different sentiment from Celebrate Sunflowers. So I just loved that design. And these are bigger chunky flowers from that same pack of paper. The perfectly penciled. There are some designer series paper in there from Abigail Rose that is also black and white that looks really pretty too. So this one I put the tag little hole up there in that one. So you can, or you can do it or you don't have to. But I felt like that just was a different design and I just loved it. And you can go with a big long sentiment there, or a short one, a little wider, however you want to do it. The masking tape or masking paper, it's in the annual catalog. It's called Stampin' Up! Masking Paper. And you get 12 sheets, and they're 5 by 7. And I am in love. I've had it on my desk, and I cleaned my desk off yesterday and found it, and it's like, I know I've got some. I know I've got some more. So we might be using this in our card class this week, or in 2 weeks. So be ready for blending. So there's our cards for tonight. I hope you've had a great night. Let me pop it back around. There we go. So anyway, that was a quick, simple, and you can do any color combination you want. You can make it be more fall like I've got it, or you can make it be Christmassy. You could use reds and greens. You could use the pastel colors to make it be more spring. Whatever color combo you want. Hey, how about that? I'll post these as a still on the Facebook page. So make a card. Your challenge for this week is to make a card using blending. And if you don't have the masking paper right away, you could still do it with Post-it notes. It would be a little bit harder to get it to line up perfectly straight. And it doesn't have to be something that long. But try to mask. Sharon, I posted in our team group. So no, you don't order from me when you get here. So, but register. So now I know you're coming. But I know now. But go ahead and register. And then we'll go from there. So have a great night. Which one is your favorite? The short stubby tag or the long thin tag? It's hard to pick which paper is my favorite too. Oh, yep, painter's tape would work, because you could put painter's tape down the side on a piece of paper to cover up this bigger side, and that would work. It sure would. You like the short one? Yep. Yep, me too. All right, there it is. Short and stubby. That's exactly what I was thinking. Me, short, stubby. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great night, and I will see some of you hopefully for Kits and Sips at Panera on Saturday. And the rest of you I will see in card class and or on Zoom maybe, except for the ones that are on the boat. So anyway, have a great week, and I will post. I've about got the calendar ready for October. I'm trying to get ahead a little bit here. All right, have a great night. Enjoy your week. Hope everybody does something fun that you enjoy. Bye-bye for now.